When Eastern culture meets Western adventure in the high mountains of the Himalayas, expect the unexpected.
And I refuse to believe that this is not possible.
That is what we came for, right there. Ski the Himalayas, episode 6. We're halfway through the season, and we're just now kind of starting the expedition. It's a lot of drama. This is the Making of podcast series born out of the film Ski the Himalayas 2. I'm joined with John Miller, and we're in Muktinath, and it's morning. This is like the first clear, crisp morning in a town that doesn't have cars going crazy and people, and I think you can enjoy what you see today.
Up until now, you've been seeing the nuts and bolts of what it takes to get an expedition off the ground, and now we get to see an actual expedition in action.
8 years ago, I was right here, spring of 2002, and was here to climb Dhaulagiri, and was kind of sleeping in a tent this morning, and decided to wake up and kind of come up here. And this was definitely one of those moments where I'd really fallen in love with the Himalayas.
There it is, Dhaulagiri.
Walking side by side, we scale the mountains high. Oh,
Things haven't really changed much. It's definitely still feel the same way now as it did then, which is generally spooked, excited, enthusiastic, afraid, all those different emotions I think you feel whenever you're going to approach a big mountain.
may tomorrow be the sky.
These mountains are definitely very unique and quite spiritual to me, and being able to come back here year after year, and I think twice in 2010 to see these things has been really amazing.
There's no one but each other.
I'm so psyched to be here with all my friends, and so psyched that they're so patient and cool with the fact that this whole thing just suddenly went from, yeah, hey, we're going to Mustang and climbing one peak, to now we're headed to Thorung Pass, the Annapurna Circuit, no porters. We got to ferry all our own stuff, and this is like a completely unsupported, kind of legit expedition now. It's going to be a little bit tougher. So it's that middle camp between Fedi and Thorung La is where everything... So this is kind of what it was like and leave there. For me. Every day I would go talk to our staff, like the people that are helping us navigate the country of Nepal and stay healthy and things. And it was always funny because we would have a long conversation each day about what's actually going on after we'd had a long conversation the previous day about what's actually going on. And I wouldn't be changing the plan. They'd be like, well, this is actually how we're going to have to do today.
And sometimes there were good changes, and sometimes they were, stressful changes, but it all ends up working out. It always does.
These guys are really awesome.
Just we keep just necessary thing for 2 days.
And we're just trying to get up here. This is where he's talking about, that was Nima. This is where he's talking about trying to get us, is our base camp up in 17,600 feet.
Not necessary for the trekking.
And we're thinking, okay, let's leave some things down here and take what we need. And these are the things we're trying to pare down. I mean, we're just constantly taking what we have for this other trip, which was longer and a little bit different, and paring it down to a load and things we can manage.
Talking about this base camp that you talk about is on other side of Thorung La.
We're confirming.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is in fact the base camp that I know.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Today, can we do a puja?
Yeah.
Is it possible?
Yeah, sure.
Puja's a religious ceremony. You'll see that in episode 7. It is pretty hilarious.
This morning we'll do some hiking.
Yeah.
And we'll just roll around and then come back, have lunch. Maybe what time do you think? Maybe 12 o'clock?
Okay.
It gives time for
Yeah, okay.
puja. And,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's it.
Camp is on the pass.
And then,
It's just past the pass.
after I spent the time talking to those guys, I would go back to our team and tell the team what's going on that day. It was like this constant explanation of here's where we're going,
We're already climbing.
here's the things we plan on doing,
So,
and this is how it can go about.
what we're going to do today is we can pare things down into heavy items we need strictly for the ascent: ski boots, climbing boots, crampons, ice axes, ropes, some gas for a brew up high, anything you're going to use strictly for climbing, and that's going to go up with the donkeys. And then things that we need just for the trekking and camping, which would probably include the sleeping bag you've been using. I would take a layer or two that's warm, definitely something insulated. But you don't
it's not like you need to wear a down suit every single time you go to Nepal. You actually can get away with very little on a trip like this.
probably carry your sleeping bag with you, and then these guys are going to be able to get the pads, everything else, up to Fedi and then to that other camp.
We've kind of gone from being totally self-sufficient to, hey, they're able to get some donkeys. They can get up to where we need to go.
Maybe another day we can go back, chill, try it again the next day or whatever. We've got lots of flexibility.
But I don't want to push that envelope at all. Summit day, the last 500 feet you're struggling, cool. Last 2,000 feet you're struggling, cool. But I don't want anyone or myself to feel that way until that point in time.
So it sounds like food-wise, we need to
Way down.
snacks. Yeah, we need to grab enough snacks for each of you for like 4 days worth of snacks. We'll grab kind of 6 days worth of snacks.
Just to pass.
Yeah.
Because we don't really know how long it may take to get up there.
Dinner, 2 days worth of
When we may see those bags again.
just to have. And we've got plenty of gas for that, just in those 9 cans. And the rest of it can go away.
Yeah.
I'm done with you.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So we're just hanging out and behind a hotel where this lady's just burning garbage,
Ridiculously large amounts
trying to pack up our food.
because I've been through it, Ben's been through it. When you need to eat, you have to eat, and you can't eat because everything looks awful. So we go with the shotgun approach. But right now we've got a couple days worth of dinners and breakfast set aside, and then we're just kind of getting ourselves loaded up with snacks because that's all we really need up on the mountain. And it's just saying beef jerky, lots of beef jerky, lots of some soups,
It's pretty hard to beat beef jerky.
It's candy bars, some salty things, sweet things, fattening things.
Mule fart seasoned peanuts.
The question I always ask
They
myself
tasted
is,
like farts.
I'm puking my guts out and feel awful. Could I eat beef jerky? Yes. Yes, I can.
An official endorsement from Jonathan Miller.
Bring it with me.
So I got some cheese spread, some
Ari's vegan
Sesame
or vegetarian,
some crackers.
and an all-American runner
I've got
from
some more
Stanford.
gels and sugary type stuff, but I prefer to keep my eating pretty normal on the trekking side.
That's right. So, folks, that's the kind of stuff you start going through when an expedition falls apart. But we day by day suss it out and eventually carve not only an expedition out of this experience, but some really great ski turns, which you're going to find as you continue to watch this series. John, thanks for joining me this morning. More to come. We're going to be, essentially heading up to 17,600 feet soon.
We're in the mountains. We're climbing. Life is beautiful.
Awesome. All right, folks, have a great day. Remember, start at episode 1 and make your way back. This is a 12-episode series of Ski the Himalayas, the making of. These are the stories not for air out of the film Ski the Himalayas 2.
Walking side by side, we scale the mountain.